Today we're in Berkeley visiting the Botanical Gardens here. This is over 30 acres and is separated by the different regions and ecotypes. So very excited to see all the different plants from all over the world.
Blue flowers, pretty.
This is amazing. That's a rhododendron. Massive. They have the Don Redwood, Metasequoia glyptostroboides. And it's big. Let's go check it out. Look at that trunk. Wow.
Some ginger lily.
Some timber bamboo. It's incredible. Every single plant down here has a sign. And there's a lot of plants. We got some fuchsia, and in the background, some monkey puzzle trees, Araucaria, native to Chile.
Those little ones, wow.
A little sign on the monkey puzzle tree. Wow.
Same with the bush behind him too.
It's a little snake. Cryptocarya alba from Chile. Look at all the puyas. Look how spiky they are. A whole mess of puyas. Soapbark tree. The palms are blowing in the breeze. What do we got here? Bolivia. Echinopsis. Crops of the world. What do we got over here?
Jojoba.
We got jojoba, really? Some sorghum. Look at all the seeds on it. Pearl millet. That is this one right here.
I think it's bottle gourd. No, that looks like bottle gourd.
There's its seeds. Check out all the quinoa. Nasturtium has edible leaves, flowers, seeds, everything. Here's a cork oak. This is cross section. This is how they make cork. Well, how the tree makes it, and then we harvest it. Look at that amaranth. Beautiful. This is neat. This is teosinte. This is what originally grew in the wild that was turned into corn. Here's what that teosinte eventually turned into with the influence of humans. Corn. Got some taro, Colocasia esculenta. Looks pretty happy. There's some sugar cane. Look at that. It's like 9 or 10 feet tall. Chia. That's this massive plant. Look at the size of that. Cotton. Opuntia, Ficus indica. Edible paddles, edible fruits.
Or we need to buy today or tomorrow.
You can get lost in here. There's so much to see. Got a melaleuca here with some epiphytes growing in it. That's a big one. Oh, tree ferns. This is the Tasmanian tree fern, Dicksonia antarctica. Some more epiphytes growing on the side. Black tree fern. Wow.
I found succulent tree with
Here's our native coast redwood, Sequoia sempervirens. They get pretty big. Oh, that's nice. Wow, that doesn't even look man-made. Another Don redwood right there. Nice big cactus over there. Look at that sucker. Beefy. Here's another monster of a tree, the giant sequoia, Sequoiadendron giganteum. Can barely get it in the shot, it's so big. I'm gonna go check out the cycads and palms. Right next to this sign, the jelly palm. Very tasty fruit on these. Now we're heading into the California native section. Some coyote brush, purple sage, manzanita, ceanothus, California fuchsia. Well, we're getting low on light, and we've seen a lot of the place, but there's a lot more to see. So we're gonna come back in the spring and see a bunch of things blooming and take a walk around and see what looks different. And we're back. It is spring now. It's a nice cloudy, kind of cool, almost rainy day here. And we're gonna do a little more exploration of the Berkeley Gardens. They're doing a plant sale today. We're getting a little bit of a drizzle now. I'm heading straight over to where we left off last, which was in the California native section. And then we'll loop around and try to catch a couple of the other sections we didn't see last time. Bunch of water-loving plants over here, like horsetail and birch, some Indian rhubarb. Nice big redwood. Mattia poppies are in bloom right now. Look at that. Catalina Island mountain mahogany, Cercocarpus. Looks like it finished flowering, and it's got just the beginnings of the seeds forming in there. There's a hazelnut. You can barely see the sign back there, but that's the woolly blue curls, Trichostema. It is blooming right now too. Look at that. Beautiful. This looks like a pretty cool flannel bush. Seems to be a little bit more low-lying. Flowers are really neat too. Got here at the right time for the spice bush to be blooming. These smell amazing. Twinberry honeysuckle. It is blooming right now. Those flowers have a pair of ovary in there, and they'll come up as 2 berries, little twin berries. It's a nice looking willow. Wallflower is blooming right now. There it is. Gotta come take a gander at this. This looks like a western azalea. Wow. Just finished blooming. We still get a little bit of the color in there. But I bet this was a sight to see like a week or 2 ago. Look at this beautiful oak with the trunks on that thing. I think that's a coast live oak. Here's one I've heard of, but I haven't really actually seen in the wild. It's all over coastal areas in Northern California, tanbark oak, Notholithocarpus. Pretty cool leaves on it. Little flowers starting. California pipevine info with the pictures of the pipevine swallowtail right there. And you can see the pipevine growing amongst this prunus back here. I don't see any flowers right now. Let's see if we can spot a flower. They're pretty distinct, like you can see in the picture here. Well, I didn't see any pipevine flowers blooming, but much cooler, there are pipevine swallowtail caterpillars hanging out right here. They're climbing all over this western chokecherry. They're so cool looking. Just snacking away. I think they're ready for the rain. They're kind of hiding under the chokecherry leaves. Here's one of those pipevine flowers opened up. Look at that chunker. It better pupate soon. That thing's getting enormous. Thimbleberries in bloom right now. The native poison oak. Check out all the Brodea blooming right now. That's so pretty. Purples and yellow. Nice looking madrone tree here. Got a jojoba. This is the chaparral section. Let's go check out this nice little pathway winding down here through the chaparral. Lots of manzanita. I see some mallow up here. Some white sage over there. This looks pretty cool. Wow, look at the old bark on this manzanita. Some ceanothus hiding in there. Juniper. Oh, there's some prickly pear. Prickly pear hiding down in there. Ponderosa pine back there. Yeah. Very cool. Carpentaria is blooming right now. Bush anemone. Monkey flower. What a setting for some gardens. This is incredible. The entirety of the gardens we're checking out this morning are in this draw on both sides, and right through the middle is Strawberry Creek. Little toyons growing here, but above them, look at these oaks. These things are majestic. No signs or labels around this one, but this is blue-eyed grass. So beautiful. Here's a cool plant, Santa Cruz Island ironwood, Lionothamnus. Where it's native to on the Channel Islands, it turns into a very large tree. The Orchid Fern and Carnivorous Plant House. Let's take a look in here. Oh, humidity's high, as to be expected. Wow, look at these nepenthes. Look at that. All ready to catch bugs. So cool. This is one I wanted to visit last time we were here, but we were too late in the day. Tropical collection, including cacao. That's cool. Lots of epiphytes. All right, let's go take a look. Hey, and we found Leah. Look at this place. Wow. A blue lotus. Neat. And right above the lotus, what do we have here? I do believe that's a pineapple. Wow. What a cool plant. What's this called? Erialtherox. And here's the cacao that chocolate's made from. There's the leaves. And here's the flowers. There's a little flower right there. Beautiful flowers. And that will become the cacao bean pods, which can be made into chocolate. Just a carpet of prayer plant into here. That's pretty cool. They have a coconut palm in here. I didn't know that'd be possible to grow in here. That's neat. We've got Mexican pepper leaf growing in here, also called root beer plant. Similar flavoring to sassafras. Look at the size of the leaves. Wow. That is an enormous leaf. And we can't forget the traveler's palm over here. It just keeps going. Look at this thing. That is so cool. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce that. In Malaysia. These are some impressive cordyline they have here. These things are massive. Next stop, I'm referring to my trusty map here. I don't think we made it into Eastern North America much last time, so we're gonna check that out next. And we immediately found an old friend. Recognize those leaves? It's our good buddy sassafras. Spent a lot of time as a kid climbing in sassafras trees. Amazing. Look at all the different shaped leaves they have. They have the left-handed mittens, right-handed mittens, no-thumbed regular old leaf, and the double-thumbed mitten. Is that even a mitten? Double thumb. Looks like clethra here. I don't see a sign. That's the flowers and the leaves of clethra. Oh, here's a nice birch tree. Look at the bark on that guy. Beautiful, gray birch. Oh, wait a minute. There's a sign for a groundnut. Oh, I love these, but I don't see any popping up yet. We should see the... Oh, there it is. Here it is, right here. This is the groundnut, right here. You can see the little vine. Looks like it came out of the ground right here, and it's going this way, and it's climbing up this guy right here. There's the end of it. They have edible roots and edible seed pods. And a really cool, funky looking flower that's kind of like purpley orange. And some rhododendron and blueberries, and then look at this nice little grouping of ferns. This looks like ostrich fern. Let's see if it is. Ostrich fern is the one that's used most when eaten for fiddleheads. Yeah, there's the sun. Ostrich fern. All underneath a very nice, large, bald cypress tree. Oh yeah, it's got a crazy shape to it. Black tupelo, also called black gum, Nyssa sylvatica. Amazing fall color on that guy. Good habitat for bees too. They like to create nests inside of like hollow cavities in it. You get old witch hazel. Oh yeah, here's the sign for Eastern North America. I've kind of stumbled into it, I guess. Let's see what else we can find. Flame azalea. Nice flowers on these. They're pretty far off the path, so we can't get too close. But the mountain laurel is one of my favorite flowers. Let's see if we can get, it's so unique. Let's see if we can get a good shot of it here. There it is. It's kind of hiding back there. Yeah, it's got a really cool shape to it. It's a nice white oak tree. Beautiful bark. Nice tall straight tree. There's the leaf of the white oak. Another classic, very common tree in the east, the red maple, Acer rubrum. This is just a little sapling, but look at it go. It has grown so much. The tree that the maple's growing under is this massive oak tree. It looks to me to be a red oak. I haven't seen a sign yet though. Beautiful, beautiful tree. Got some rhododendron down here and some grapevines growing up into a white pine. Eastern white pine, Pinus strobus. What a tree. Well, just a few steps over, I do not think we're in Eastern North America anymore. I'm seeing tree ferns. Oh, here we are. The Mexican Central American collection. This is cool. Maybe you get to see, yeah, a little bit of cloud forest. Okay. Wow, look at that. All right, let's go get lost in this section. This is a chain fern, a woodwardia. Woodwardia semicordata. Wow. We have a woodwardia here in California, and it's our largest native fern in North America, but it's Woodwardia fimbriata, and it doesn't get, I mean, it gets 6 feet, but that thing is massive. Look at that. These are cool flowers. They've got a monkey hand tree here. Chiranthrodendron pentadaclyon. I think it's this guy. And it's enormous. Wow. Oh, here's a hop hornbeam. Now this is native to eastern North America. So maybe we're wandering back into eastern North America. That's okay. We can move back and forth. It's fine. Oh, I just came back to the hop hornbeam and realized it says Chiapas on it. So I guess it's native to Mexico as well as eastern North America. It's quite the range. Here's a Costa Rican tree fern. The Kufia is really going off right now. Look at this agave. Wow. Yellow chestnut oak. It's a nice leaf. Whoa. Coming up on something with some really cool purple flowers. What is this? Look at those purple flowers. That's nice. Looks like it gets pretty tall too. Let's see if we can find a sign. There's a sign for Tagates, which is this shrub here, which has a really cool scent to the leaf. Yeah, kind of minty. Here it is. Here's the sign. Bogandia urens. Oh, this is that like fiberglass plant or whatever. Beautiful flowers, but you do not want to touch the leaves. They make you really itchy. Very beautiful though. Now we're entering the pine oak woodlands of Mexico. That's a salvia. Mexican swamp cypress. It's a taxodium. That's cool. Related to bald cypress? Definitely. Look at those leaves. I've got a yapalm. This is one of the only plants, I think, in the Americas that is a native source of caffeine. The leaves, I believe, are the ones with the caffeine in them, which is to help prevent predation from foraging. But then humans come along and start making drinks out of it. The Nolina, and then over here is a yucca. And check out the two plants. First glance, very similar looking. Definitely adaptations to the same environment, convergent evolution right here. There's a ceanothus in bloom. That's nice. Some more of that ceanothus. Oh, there's a better view of the sign. Ceanothus caroleus. Wow, everything's blue over here. There's an agave, a palm, and look at this pine. What a nice shade of bluish green. Look at that cone in there. What is this pine's name? Tina's pinyon pine. I wonder if the cones have edible seeds large enough to be useful, like the pinyon pines of the Southwest. There's nothing like watching a willow moving around in the breeze. This is red willow. Lochelia. These guys have some wicked thorns. Look at that. Wow. Nice looking tree though. Now we're heading into crops of the world. We were here last time and there was a bunch of, wow, Ethiopian cabbage. That's pretty cool looking. Look at how big that is. Yeah, we were here last time and there were a lot of things right at the end of the season being harvested, so it's kind of cool to see it in the spring, and there's so many things in bloom. There's a sign for California meadow barley, which I can see a little bit in there, but it's mostly this miner's lettuce, which is edible too. Oh wow, look at them. They have so many different things going on in here. Grapes. Oh, the nasturtium blooming right now. That's nice. I hear a hummingbird. There's that hummingbird. Some quinoa growing. Peppers. Artichokes are looking good. There's the rye. There's some hops back there, growing up those supports. Some asparagus. Oh, wow, look at the size of this. This is a cardoon, isn't it? Yep. Relative of the artichoke. Leeks, beets, garbanzo, spinach, lupinis. Lupinus albus. Chamomile, poppy, chard, parsnips, mint, garlic, barley, fenugreek, lettuce, burdock, peas, some fava beans, garlic, more garlic, einkorn wheat. Right here, here's some wheat as well. I've grown this one before. Good looking seed pods on those. Beautiful. They've got their mint in some half wine barrels. Good call. Don't let that mint get out. Oh, and this is where the, I think this is like the sugarcane area. Looks like it's all chopped down now. Oh, here's my darling, the taro. Look at him go. They've got agave tequiliana. This is the agave used to make tequila. Blue agave. And look, it's doing its bloom this year. Oh, that's gonna be beautiful here soon. They've got a really nice mulberry tree here, and it is packed to the brim with fruit this year. Look at this thing. It's got more fruit than leaves. Doing a little walk through Australasia on the way back to the entrance. Here's a Kunzia. I'm used to these guys being like ground cover, really tiny. This thing is a massive tree. Oh, I like this one's name. Snappy gum. Eucalyptus racemosa. Beautiful bark. Nice manuka tree here. Oh, and a bottle brush. Now we're heading back toward the herb garden. Well, that looks like a persimmon right there. 16 nettle hiding back in there. Good to keep it away from the path. It's a Psittophyllum, Japonicum, Katsura. What kind of banana do we have here? What's the Japanese banana? Musabaschu. Very cold hardy banana. Not much in the way of edible fruit though. Nice rhododendron. Just finishing blooming over here. Probably 15 feet tall, maybe 20. We've got some lily of the valley just waking up. Nice fragrant lilac bloom. Oh, I love this section here. The size of these trees. Incredible. What's growing out of the base of the redwood? Maybe some sort of rhododendron? I don't know. Asta. There's some nice yellow flowers over here. I think it's from that rhododendron. Cool flowers. An enormous spice bush over here. This is Calycanthus chinensis. All right, last one, the giant sequoia. Beautiful. Well, that was our visit to the University of California Berkeley Botanical Gardens. What an incredible place. Definitely gonna be coming back here to explore again. I love seeing it at different times of the year, seeing what's blooming in different seasons. Definitely worth a visit. Thanks for watching.